Hello children, welcome to my YouTube channel. Continuing the previous topic of real numbers, let us now understand. I had told you that real numbers are both rational and irrational numbers are together known as real numbers. Before solving another type of a question which you will get in your board exam, let us first understand what are rational numbers and irrational numbers. We know that rational numbers are in the form of p upon q, where p and q are elements of integers and p and q are co-primes. Also, here you have to learn a new thing, that is q does not have in its prime factorization this number combination, that is 2n into 5m. The rational number has a combination of rational number has a combination of 2 and 5m. Why? Because rational numbers are terminating. They are either terminating or recurring. To terminate, to have a terminating fraction, if the denominator has a combination of 2n and 5m, it will definitely be a terminating decimal. Now, exactly opposite to it are irrational numbers. They are non-terminating, non-recurring, and q, that is the denominator, does not have. Here it has a combination of prime factorization has a combination of 2n into 5m, but prime factorization of q here does not have, please see this, does not have a combination of factors in the form of 2n into 5m. This third point is, these 2 points, the first 2 points, that these are integers and are co-prime, this you have learned, and terminating, recurring, this all we have learned before. A new thing which is added here is that the prime factorization of the denominator in the rational number has 2n into 5m and it renders it as terminating, but irrational number does not have in the prime factorization of denominator 2n into 5m. How you will be using this? I will tell you by giving an example. Let us take an example. For example, if it is given to you 35 by 50, let us take one example. 35 example 35 by 50. If you see the denominator, it is 50. Let prime factorization of 50, if you see, it is 35 upon 2 into 5 into 5. Now, the denominator has a combination of 2 and 5. So, this will be a terminating decimal. You will get a question where you have to prove that the given fraction is a terminating or non-terminating, and then you have to express it in its decimal representation. So, here it is, because the denominator has the prime factorization of denominator has a combination of 2 and 5, this is going to be a terminating decimal. Now, how to convert it into, either you can do it by dividing, but that will be a long procedure. So, what we can do is, if you see here 35, 2 into 5 will be 10 and 1 5 is left. So, if I multiply by 2 in the numerator as well as in the denominator, it will give me 100 in the denominator. So, if you write it like this, it will be 70 in the numerator, and 2 5s are 10, 2 5s are 10, and we get 100 here. So, it will be 0.7. So, this is an easier method to convert a terminating decimal into representing a terminating fraction into a decimal representation by converting its denominator into multiples of 10. Now, let us take one more example. Let us take a second example, 29 by 343. If you prime factorize the denominator, you get 343, we all know it is a cube of 7. So, it is 7 into 7 into 7. Now, there is no 2 no 5 or either both. You have to either have 2 or a 5 or both. So, it does not have a 2 and a 5 or both. So, this is definitely a non-terminating decimal, non-terminating decimal. And how to convert into decimal representation? Here you have to follow a long division, that is you divide 29 by 343. Let us take a third example where the denominator only has 2. 17 by 8, 17, 8 can be prime factorized as 2 into 2 into 2. Now, when only 2 is present, this can also be converted into a terminating decimal. How? I can multiply by 3 5 in the denominator and the same time by 3 5 in the numerator. Now, if you see the denominator, it is 2 5s are 10, 2 5s are 10 and 2 5s are 10. So, in the denominator you get 1000 and in the numerator we have 17 into 125, and whatever the product you get, you can place 3 decimals and it will be a terminating decimal. Another example I will show you where only 5 is present, like 6 upon 15. Now, 6 upon 15, 15 can be represented as prime factor product 3 into 5. Now, there is only a 5 here, no 2, but still I can convert into a terminating decimal, that is 6 upon 3 into 5, 1 2 is will convert the denominator in a 10 and this 3 will cancel this 6 as 2. So, this is also, though there was a 3, but still it is a terminating decimal because 3 will be cancelling the 6 and you get 2 upon 10, which is 0.2. So, these are the various types of examples and which show where you have to convert the given fractions into, first you have to identify whether it is a terminating or a non-terminating and then you have to convert it into its decimal representation. This is also a very important sum point of view of board exams. So, please practice them. If you have any doubt regarding these, please comment. I will clear your doubt, and also please like, share and subscribe the video. Thank you.